All right, here we go. Part 2 of Bridge 2 farce. So far, the very first, the first part of the reaction, we see them talking about the planning of it, about the send troops. You got 3 different bridges that they plan on taking. They're in Holland. They're going to take the road there that leads to the bridges. So you've got so many moving parts, and the way they're taking the bridges is they're 30,000 paratroopers are being dropped behind enemy lines, 60 miles behind enemy lines, to be exact. And it's supposed to be dropping not only men, but also equipment such as jeeps. And then you've got tanks and everything coming from the main road leading into. So that way, the plan was, 2 days, beat feet, get there where the men are. And it's just, there's so many things that aren't going right so far. So let me see how the rest of the movie goes, which again, I did take a react to a video on the Victoria Cross, and I believe there's another specific video I reacted to that told the story behind Arnhem and what happened at Arnhem and the rest of the operation itself, the broader view of it, but the fighting, especially there in Arnhem, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's wow. While we know the outcome, I'm sure the movie with the portrayal of everything is going to be just too many good actors. And they're not coming in and walking on feet. No. They're driving in on personnel carriers, armored personnel stuff.
Hold your fire!
And it looks like the Allied forces are all in just like one spot, right? They're in that one house is what it looks like. And maybe the one that's across the street. So they got the choke point at least right there, but they got good vantage points. They got the high ground, so that, there is that, but choke points, got high ground. No need to blow the bridge up now. It's completely, they're not going to be able to get through. They have to clean it off first.
Get him patched up, will you, Doc? Right. I'm terribly sorry about all this, you know.
What is it, your arm?
And taking over the house, all the fighting. Terribly sorry about this, you know.
We hold the north end of the bridge. Germans hold the south. But now they probably control most of the town.
I was a bit surprised to find Beatrix Panzer troops here.
Yes, well, surely you didn't believe all that.
So they're seeing firsthand the fact that they're given faulty intelligence, but also outside of that, the fact that the Germans now are holding the town. They put up a good fight right there on the bridge, right? Preventing them from coming in through the bridge. They've pretty much got the bridge nice and blocked with all of the vehicle shells, which a tank will just push out the way. But they're not in a good position whatsoever as far as manpower wise, seeing as Germans have everything else. They hold one side of a bridge and like 2 houses. It's not conducive to what you want, that's for sure.
We can't clear the streets, sir. Enemy strength keeps increasing, and
Well, if it's all right with you, Sir Clemenson and I will come part of the way. Right, Jimmy?
smooth. Fine.
So this is 2 different places now where there's bad fighting. And things aren't going the way that they wanted it to. Just foobar all the way around. Oh.
End house!
Can't move his legs.
Can't you move your legs?
One would have probably done the trick. Brave souls right there. They got a newborn and everything. They're like, no. Come on. Get out the street. Got the soldiers and a tank coming down the road. Need to get back to HQ. Just complete mess.
Polish drop has been cancelled again.
So we simply have to wait.
And do nothing.
I think that puts it rather well.
Again, absolute total foobar. Absolute and utter foobar. I mean, granted, they had to take them away. They were be going out later, but that's fewer men to take and send out and reinforce the troops you already have in the field who were stuck behind enemy lines and not having a good go of it, to say the least. It's kind of hard to make any headway whenever you've got to get through that to get where you need to be going to help the troops.
That barely crap, you got it amongst this stuff. No problem, I got a side road pegged out, it'll avoid all this. American ingenuity.
Oh, really?
Bridge. The Germans have moved in SS panzer troops.
You'd think they didn't want us to get across or something.
They've seen every street leading to that bridge is blocked. Every house around it is occupied. The Dutch underground...
Where's the captain?
Dead.
I didn't ask you how he was, I asked you where he was.
What are you going to do? Raise him up or something like that? Like Lazarus? I mean, if he's dead, what doesn't matter where he's at exactly, other than if you want to take and get dog tags or something like that. That's the one thing, at least it's in a Jeep. Them things, those Jeeps right there would go through just about everything. Oh, there he comes with the dead captain. Now he's going to be taken and given a report. That's going to be more bad news.
What in the name of hell do you...
Tell me to put him down, sir. A lot to me, sir, if you check him out.
Come on, Sergeant. For Christ's sake, get him out of here.
Right now.
Some insubordination here.
Oh, boy.
Well, I got the bullet out of his skull.
He's gonna live, though, right? Guess you can turn me in now, sir.
That was a court-martial offense, you understand that? Sergeant Dolan pulled a gun on me and threatened to kill me unless I did precisely what he ordered.
He put him in timeout, is what he's doing.
You wouldn't really have killed me, would you?
That means, yes, he'd have killed you. He'd have shot you. I mean, you're in a war. His buddy's shot. Yeah, people do crazy things.
Last! Go! Go! Go!
Oh, they're getting that bridge. Okay, so they're getting the inflatable or the floating bridge so they can get across that river.
Move it! Come on, soldier! You're not...
Floating platforms are one of the least fun things of any kind, and take and make floating platforms into a bridge has to be absolute hell.
Come on, move yourself!
You know, stand there on it as they're pushing it. I mean, I get it. You got to make sure it's going to go where you need it to go. But... the floating bridge, I'm thinking of the pontoon-looking things almost that kind of... one after another, they take and lock in, right? I'm not thinking like an actual bridge that floats like that. That's, holy crap. A wee bit different story than what I'm thinking about there. I'm not going to hurry up and wait formation. I'll put some manpower to that, that's for sure. All hands on deck, and still taking for... genius engineering to get that done, or to make something like that. The person to come up with it. 39 miles from Arnhem. Oh my God.
Lieutenant? Sir? We'll be turning you over to the 80th.
course, then again, they don't know the full extent of the situation because the phones aren't working properly. They can't get a hold of nobody there in Arnhem. Can't get a hold of nobody in 2 other spots neither.
Steady, call. They here, chaps.
Certainly don't.
Yeah, except it's not your tanks.
Cover!
That is absolute monster of a machine. Jesus Christ. Roll right over and just, no matter what it is, that or it moves it out the way.
I need a jeep. Well done, laddie.
We thought you were dead, sir. We were
I
told
can
that...
assure you it was an error. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Carry on, thank you. I'd like you to go into town, take over the brigade. How soon can you leave?
Right away, sir.
Good. Pull them together and keep pushing.
Automatically just taking control of everything.
Johnny Frost and some of his chaps have managed to get as far as the bridge, but the Germans are driving down here towards the river.
Now give me the good news.
I'm afraid there isn't any, sir. As you can see, we're more or less surrounded.
69 miles behind enemy lines and surrounded, and it's in the midst of 2 SS Panzer divisions. Yeah, FUBAR is not the word for this. Like that's putting it mildly. And the incredulous look of where I've taken and paused this at, that Connery's character has on his face, right? It'd be one of those things that's, you know, all right, now tell me the good news. There is no good news. It's not what you want to hear, especially not whenever you've doing an operation to where everything has to go according to plan as much as possible for it to have a chance of succeeding, and nothing is going the way it needs to. Just...
The trouble is, the Germans have overrun the dropping zones.
Don't our pilots know that?
We still haven't been able to make contact with anyone outside Arnhem, sir.
They're trying to get their attention.
I can see us all right, laddie. But they're under orders to ignore signals from the ground.
It being that close. Granted, the drop zone surrounded by Germans, so
Those bleeding...
you need a damn good college try, that's for sure. Oh no. They're being reinforced, the Germans are.
In case may I introduce Mrs. Darost? Colonel Weaver has a request to make. You understand that we have great need of...
So they're asking for use of the house? That's a great imposition to be putting on someone. Can we just convert your house into a field hospital? Because you can't expect to get it back in the same position that they're coming to it in. Especially once they, you know, things pick up and one hospital's already to bursting, which means any more they can come through. It's going to be more than just the slightly wounded. These people give up of themselves, you know, their homes to help out in the cause. That's
Rather an interesting development, sir.
We haven't the proper facilities to take you all prisoner.
The look on that guy's face of like, what? As they turned that completely on his ass. We don't have the facilities to take all of you prisoner. That's not what he meant. Of course he knows that, but oh, just that bit of cheekiness right there is absolutely hysterical in my opinion. Because you know what's going to happen if you surrender. Right? They're not just going to let you walk off scot-free. You're going to want to be prisoners, and the treatment's going to be pretty bad. Oh my God, that was funny.
Arnhem aus.
Turn it into rubble. Jesus Christ.
I make it.
No.
No way of blasting through to the bridge.
I'd lose all my men for nothing. But to do it, I need tank support.
Well, you've got it, Jimmy.
We've got one road, 10-mile traffic jams on it, and Germans throwing shells at us. I don't...
Oh, it does something to you.
We're going to take Nijmegen Bridge tonight. What's the best way to take a bridge?
both ends at once.
Start getting ready.
Where are those goddamn boats?
Oh, damn.
Clear. Right.
They're no further than we thought.
The start till 9, just to make sure. You start laying smoke just before we go.
I'm pleased to inform you that our 9 o'clock departure has been postponed till 10. So you can all have an extra hour.
Come on, put it together. I'm on him. Looking for him.
Try to shellac the hell out of the Germans.
Sie außer dem Rauch sehen?
Im Moment noch nichts, aber die werden versuchen, über den Fluss zu setzen. Diese Brücke fällt nicht in feindliche Hände.
Oh, he don't care.
Sobald die ersten englischen Panzer drauf.
Let's get going!
All right! Go, go, go!
They got no smoke to cover them. It's like they took them, went ashore. Bro, that's a bad situation to be in. And all you got's a rowboat. All you can do is row your boat. It's like everything they're doing, everything they try just goes absolutely ass. Those Germans got the gist of what's going down and immediately decided, nah, that's not going to happen, Captain.
Hail Mary!
The cover fire is not doing anything good for them. That look like it's not buying them anything. May as well be a suicide mission. What it's going to do. So here's my thing. They got it wired to blow, right? They got the bridge wired to blow, but they've also got the German troops all on top of that bridge to shoot down. So do you wait for the... Once the first British tank rolls onto the bridge, blow it up? You guys, are they just cannon fodder or something like that? I mean, it's putting them at risk too.
Take 4 across, draw fire. Harry and I will go up the side. You cover. Go.
So they're gonna make
Come on, let's
go. Divert. The one guy's already got his hands thrown up. Like, what the hell? You got the numbers and you got the bridge and you're throwing his hands up.
Ich habe gesagt, jetzt! Wer kann sie jetzt noch aufhalten?
Them guys in Arnhem are just hanging on for dear life.
Not unless we're relieved in the next few hours, sir.
Harry?
And they've just absolutely reduced that place to nothing.
What's your situation, Johnny? Over.
I hadn't expected the pleasure, sir. Well,
I'm not sure if it's a case of us coming for you, or you coming for us. Getting stuck on that bloody bridge 4 days on your own. Have you anything else for me?
And that would be disheartening for the general to take in here because he knows there's nothing until reinforced. There's nothing they can do. They're stuck there. And definitely,
Those are British troops. We busted our asses getting here. Half my men are killed, and you're just gonna stop?
Our infantry is still fighting in Nijmegen. When they get here, we'll move on.
Jesus Christ, it's just full of people.
Things not so good, huh? Why the hell do you always carry that bloody...
Had to prove I wasn't English.
Harry.
And they go out and still try to fight against all that. I mean, you've got no chance against a tank unless you've got something that you can gum up the tracks with or blow them off.
Right, off you go, Wicks. Join the rest of the lads. Try and get back to the main force.
I guess Germans are collecting the injured. It's like every single one of them are injured.
Sagen Sie ihm, er soll es ruhig nehmen. Es ist gut. Ihre eigenen Flugzeuge.
That had to feel like a slap in the face. It's very good chocolate. Your planes dropped it to us yesterday. You're already surrounded by all of them. They've already drug you out of the spot where you're hiding at. Now, granted, he had to, he did salute him, as a show of respect there. But now, that has to feel like almost a slap in the face.
Head on.
More like 3 days late. Just to the slaughter. Don't look like there's enough room even for the lady to move around. It's more than he's lightly wounded.
He shall cover thee
Some
with
Bible
his
verses, sounds like Psalms.
and under his wings shalt thou trust.
And that poor doctor looks like he is so overworked. 5 miles an hour, so they're finally within striking distance.
Help me! Davy, I must have morphia!
Morphia's only for the people who are really hurt.
Into their hospitals, if we could arrange evacuation.
We can't swim. Not with equipment. We have small rubber boats. That's all.
Well, I'm afraid rubber dinghies may...
Little General, we're coming. We're coming tonight. Yes, sir.
What are they doing? Just pulling themselves and their stuff across?
If you would just say yes, it would be very possible. Ceasefire, 1 hour, 2. Just to evacuate our wounded.
Der Waffenstillstand beginnt 3.
Ceasefire 3. Ich bin Ihnen dankbar.
Well, I'd be putting fake blood on everybody and hightailing it out of there. Like I said, everything's just went ass up with this. They didn't take the intel with the tanks, which would have let them know, that something's not copacetic here. I think there's just too many moving parts for this to really, especially with everything having to be done perfectly. I think there's too many moving parts that once one of those moving parts shit the bed, the whole deal did as well.
Why didn't we just try to bash through?
Well, that's it then. We're pulling them out.
One man says to another, I know what let's do today. Let's play the war game. Everybody dies.
1 bloody mile. You think they could accomplish that? Something to listen to. And all the padres and the medical staff have volunteered to stay behind as well. By the time the Germans find out what's happening, we should all be safely across the river. You did all you could? Yes. But did everyone else? With 10,000 men into Arnhem, I've come out with less than 2. I don't feel much.
Evik's market garden was 90% successful.
But what do you think?
That we tried to go a bridge too far.
We're the German soldiers. She finally leaving her house? Good God, dude. And there we have it. A Bridge Too Far. Operation Marketplace. It just, the whole thing seems like from the very beginning should have been called off because of all of the issues they were having, and all of the changes that were having to be made before they even got off the ground, and have to take and worry about things like fog. But you drop your soldiers there, and nothing goes according to plan. This movie right here is really a lot of big name people in this, man. I have to say this, it really telling the individual stories and showing the frustration and the desperation in the faces, and just the way it's like, how did you not, trying to find blame, but knowing squarely where the blame really resides, being with, General Montgomery. The fact they didn't take in the, that last bit of intel about Arnhem, and the fact that everywhere there was some kind of obstacle and nothing stayed on schedule and nothing happened as it should. I love the fact that when the German asked about the surrender, the British were like, we don't have the facilities to hold all y'all. Sorry, we're going to have to decline your surrender. Like that bit of cheekiness. I love how it shows how that it just really good, man. Just done really, really, really good movie, because it shows the individual struggles and the overall struggle and the overall, the main thing is the fact they're trying to take these 3 bridges. It's going to try to, that's going to be what helps the Allied forces break through and clear path straight into Germany, into the factories to take them out. So that way you essentially cripple them, finish the job. 100 days max after you can take them at those, 2-3, if take those bridges in those 2-3 days, 100 days after that, everything be done. And just the miscalculations on this, absolutely astounding. 10,000 soldiers into Arnhem, only 2,000, well, he said only 2. I'm assuming 2,000, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's just 2 people come out. Really, really good movie. Glad I took and watched this. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.